Yousef Molina, a mixed martial artist in the UFC.
Like, honestly, it's not even about being an ally. I'm not saying I'm not, but it's like, just be a decent person. Like, just be a decent human being. And like judging someone and trying to justify it with religion and saying all sorts of like just spiteful, hateful is crazy to me. It's mind-boggling. It's like, who cares who someone wants to be with, or like their sexual preference, like, and then trying to justify it, the irony of trying to justify it by religion of something that's supposed to be so accepting.
You see, Molina wore trunks on display, but many MMA fans despised it.
I was honestly shocked. So I picked the colors because I thought it looked cool, and then also it supports a good cause, you know. But I'll support anything of a community that's been oppressed and ostracized for some time now for something they can't help, you know. I'll get behind any of that, you know. It wasn't that long ago that like there was like school segregation and like that was like less than a person ago, man. That wasn't that long ago. And then same thing with like something like Stonewall. That was like 50 years ago. This is like recent, and I just thought in 2022 people would be a little more like open-minded and not pieces.
I just want to say that it's Gay Pride Month. Shout out to all my gay. Shout out to everybody in the LGBT community. I told my that it need to be more straight, giving love to the gay. I hate using the N-word, but damn, like I got a lot of gay friends and I got a lot of real that's gay, and we make a lot of money together. But it ain't just about the money. It's just it's cool, and that, you know, whether you a gay female or a gay dude and you a straight dude, whatever, it don't matter. Like, but it need to be more straight, showing love to the community. It just need to be. It's like, you know, what you afraid of, or I don't know what it is, but there's nothing but love over here. Shout out to all the glam squads that hook us.
This is Isaiah 1:9. Except the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. All right, this is Isaiah 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. All right, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashum, Yahushua Ba'ashum, Rakah Gadash, the boss of the apostles, the boss of the elders, a great millstone, Ruel, and talks his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there that's preaching his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, Hopeful Lake, and the Speckled Bird, and 1-6 Shalom. So I'm going to get right into this. All right, as you've seen from the videos in the beginning, all right, a Ray J, that UFC fighter, Dwayne Wade, you know, all of them is nothing but bug outs, man. And at least they repent, which likely they won't. They will be destroyed. They will be taken out. Now, I did a similar video to this the other day. I had to take it down, so I'm gonna try to watch what I say in this video, you know. But that just goes into the famine of the word, you know. This man Esau Edom being cut through the spirit, Esau Edom and our people being cut through the spirit. All right, but Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. As I got in Isaiah 5 and verse 20, all right, our people is out here calling evil good and good evil. All right, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways, giving their bodies as a living sacrifice, preaching his word. You know, they're not counting, you know, what it takes to go out there and preach his word, when it goes out there to stand for the standard that the Lord has set for us. You know, they think that we're a bunch of bug outs. They think that we're crazy. But that's all right. We think that you're crazy for not being on this side. You will be confounded, man. All right? For joining hands to this man Esau Edom, because this is not our world. All right? Our world to come is when this man falls. All right. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And who's the wicked? As Esau, Edom. You get the understanding in Malachi 1, who is the wicked that the Bible is speaking of. Okay. And hey, it just goes to show you, we need to get the heck up out of here. We need to get the heck up out of here. All right, those that are not sighing and crying for the abominations that's done in this world, it's not gonna make it. So let's go ahead and get some of these scriptures. So I'm gonna get this right here. This is Ezekiel 39 and verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. Okay, following after the ways of the heathens. That's what our people have done. And this whole world is going to know that we went into captivity for our iniquity. All right, but the righteous is going to be delivered. And their names are going to be known. All right, because they transpassed against me. Therefore, I hid my face from them, and I gave them into the hand of their enemies. You see, we're in the hand of our enemies, man. So they fell by the sword. And a lot of our people don't realize why we went into slavery. We went into slavery for transgressing the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And now you're seeing with Dwayne Wade, you know, a whole bunch of our people, these lesser luminaries, some of these basketball players, athletes, you know, they're aligning themselves with Esau Edom's world in ways. You know, all Esau Edom has to do is throw on that bag and everything's all good. All right. Verse 24, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions, I have done unto them. I hid my face from them. And right now, the Lord is going to hide his face. He's hiding his face now against you 2/3. As you read in Proverbs 1, you know, they're going to seek the Lord. And the Lord ain't going to be hearing their prayers. First and foremost, because you rejected his truth and you ain't even calling on the true name of the Lord. All right. But yes, the Lord hid his face from us. That's why we fell from our enemies. The Lord turned down our power. Okay. That's why we went into slavery. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, now I will bring Jacob again, the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwell safely in their land, and none made them afraid. You see, hey, we're carrying the shame, the burden for what we have done against our forefather. I mean, slacking unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, but only that elect, that remnant, is going to come back to the Lord first and be the first fruits. All right, and right now, they're sincere and humble, serving the Lord. Let's see, verse 25. When I brought them again from the people and gathered them out of the enemies' lands. You see, we are in our enemies' lands. We are in our enemies' territory, man. And that's what our people don't realize. They're trying to make this place the best that they can make it. You know, trying to once again align themselves with Esau Edom. Man, this is our enemy's territory, man. Don't you want to get the heck up out of here? No, Jake doesn't. The majority of our people do not want to get the heck up out of here. All right, so when them chariots come, which Lord willing, I want to do a lesson on that movie Nope. All right, a little trailer that came out. You know, I believe it's made by Jordan Peele. You know, Israelite. You know, a lot of these Hollywood directors know who we are, know that we the people, know what the chariots are. And a lot of you jakes are going to be confounded and not going to be delivered by them chariots, but the chariots are going to turn against you. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I missed my place. And I am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. They then shall they know that I am Yahweh their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. I will gather unto them into their own land. That's what we're waiting for. And those that sign the crime will if they're of the Lord's elect, will be brought into their own land, into the house of Israel. Okay? Our homeland again. I have left none of them any more there, neither would I hide my face any more from them, for I will pour out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith Yahweh power. And that's the day that we're waiting for, man. That's when we truly going to have peace. That's when our people's going to be in order. Because you jakes out there that's aligning yourselves with Esau, Edom, all he has to do is throw you a bag. You know, hey, you're going to come back in the kingdom as a nutsack baby and realize all the wrong that you have done. You know, you can also read the scriptures. Hey, our people have done worse than their forefathers. You know, if our people back then were here today, they be looking at you crazy like, what the hell is this? All right? And that's us now on the highways and byways. We looking at our people like, what the hell is you doing? What is you on? Come on, man. And what was that athlete said? The people can't help it. At first I was going to say, nah, you know, how they can't help it. But, you know, the Lord, a man's going to the Lord. The Lord puts these demons on these people. All right? So, yeah, they can't help it. Just like, hey, if you're calling into this ministry, you can't help it that you're in this ministry. All right? Let's get a couple more. Jeremiah 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will rise unto David a righteous branch, and the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And that's what we're waiting for right now. The Lord is lifting up that holy branch. All right? That's what you see on the man's on the highways and byways preaching that word. All right? And the Lord's going to send his son. All right? When he sends his son, real judgment, according to the law, statutes, commandments, are going to be issued through this earth. Righteousness, order, right? Because the law is slack here in this land. Okay? Verse 6, in his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely, and this his name whereby he shall be called the Lord all righteousness. All right? And that's what we're waiting for, man, to dwell safely in our own land. Jake trying to dwell safely here. No, this is not your rest. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country. Where's the north country, man? It's talking about here, Babylon the Great, all right? The place of confusion and abomination. This is the where the majority of the Israelites are going to be delivered at. All right? And while you other jakes out there trying to conform to the ways of this man system, you ain't going to make it, man. And from all the countries, because our people are scattered abroad, where I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. And once again, that's what we're waiting for, man. Let's get this. All right, this is Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And as you see from your day-to-day walk, if you're awake in this truth, you see that our people envy the oppressor and they choose his ways. You know, some of the ways that they envy the oppressor and choose his ways, you know, putting that blonde hair in their head, women laying down from men to men, men ain't taking care of the women that they lay down with. You know, because when you lay down with a woman, that's supposed to be your wife. All right, this place is out of order. Okay? Eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. All right, the Lord told us not to do that. Matter of fact, this is Deuteronomy 18. And I'm going to give verse 9. When thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. You see? We're not supposed to follow the ways of the heathen, as you read in Jeremiah 10. Okay? We're supposed to be holy. When you go into that word holy, in the word, you read it in the blue letter, you know, it means separate. Okay? Why? Because once again, like I always like to say, we have a standard that we live by. All right? A code of conduct that the Lord has given us. Laws, statutes, commandments that we live by. All right? And these other nations, they're out of order. Okay? And when we get into power under Yahushua, King David, the 12, the 144, Lord, when we be those men, this earth will be in order. Okay? And all those things that these nations do is contrary to the law of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. All right? They're not going to do it anymore, lest they be chastised or get the punishment according to the law. It's Proverbs 16 and verse 29. A violent man enticeth his neighbor. Now, who is this violent man? That's Esau Edom. Okay? He's destroying the whole earth. Matter of fact, the word says, roughly paraphrasing, he shall destroy them that destroyeth the earth. Okay? This is truly the violent man, and the Lord has given this man a blessing, right? The blessing of the sword to identify who Esau Edom is and that red skin, all right? But once again, the violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. And all this man Esau Edom has to do is throw a bag at our people, and they do whatever this man tell them, you know. And it's a crying shame. But it's all right, man. The Lord only needs the elect to be waking up to this truth. And only the elect is going to bring back you 2/3. Okay? Whereas you Danites, all right, dumbass niggas are going to come back in the kingdom as newborn babes and realize the error of your ways in the kingdom. All right? Matter of fact, you're going to learn the error of your ways when Jacob's trouble pop off. And your stomach is touching the back, touching your back, literally. You know, and you see the men of the Lord with their power. All right, so let's get this, because this man Esau Edom, as you read in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, this man was made to be wicked. That vessel of clay that's made to dishonor the Lord. And Lord willing, we are of the elect. We're that vessel of clay that's made to honor the Lord. Okay? It's Romans 9 and verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? And our people is following the ways of this man Esau Edom. All right? They're dishonoring the Lord, but that's all right. Like I said earlier, the Lord only needs the elect. Okay? What if power willing to show his wrath to make his power known endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? So right now the Lord is enduring with long suffering. He's looking down. Hey, as the word says, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. All right? The Lord is just enduring, looking down and seeing this nigga going off. Because as we're reading, he was made to go off. He's that vessel of clay that's made to dishonor the Lord. And matter of fact, he's made to be destroyed. Okay? And all you other Israelites that's following this man, Esau Edom, you're going to be destroyed with him. Because you're supposed to be that lump of clay that's supposed to honor the Lord. All right? Let's see, verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory of the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. And Lord, when we those vessels of mercy, all right? Because right now we're here to confound the world. The world hates us, all right? Matter of fact, they hated Yahushua before they hated us, okay? And Lord willing, we be those vessels of mercy. And the whole world's going to know, and the whole world's going to see that, right? Matter of fact, I said this earlier. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 4. The Lord Yahweh Shemiel Shai have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, the Lord has made this man to be the vessel of clay, that lump of clay, to dishonor him. Thus, he's made to be destroyed. Okay, the Lord is reserving this man for judgment, okay? And he's going to get the worst judgment out of all the nations, man. All right? Just like Pharaoh and his kingdom came crashing down, right? The Lord brought down these other nations for us. All right? Hey, this man Esau Edom is going to be brought down low. All right? Matter of fact, let's get this, because this goes hand in hand with you athletes out there, you lesser luminaries, you regular 2/3 Jakes out there that's holding hands with your enemies, that's conforming to his ways. Everyone that is proud in heart is abomination to the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. All right? So you are going to get that punishment. Esau Edom's going to get that punishment, and you're going to get that punishment, man. Matter of fact, let's get this too. All right? Because you got those that don't believe. All right? Keep on being in that spirit, man. This is Romans 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of power without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. See, let the Lord be true and every man a liar. And a lot of these people that has that unbelief on them, they love death. I may get that scripture. They love death. And hey, they're going to be made liars. As is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sins and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right? So let Yahweh Shem shall be true and every man a liar. So it's already written. It's already written. And it's going to come to pass. It's Isaiah 55 and 11 precept. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. You see that? It shall accomplish that which I please. It shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So, hey, keep on with that unbelief. You're just going to be confounded, man. You're just going to be confounded. Matter of fact, I said I was going to get this scripture. Let me get this right here. Proverbs 8. Let's see. What's that scripture I want to get? I'm going to jump around a little bit in here. This is Proverbs 8 and verse 19. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold. My revenue than choice silver. Now, what is the Lord's fruit? It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And as you're in this wisdom, you're supposed to accumulate more wisdom and grow and get more talent. Okay? But Jake out there in the world don't want that. They want gold, they want silver. All right, they want these accolades, they want these praise of men. Well, hey, you got your reward. Okay? As the word says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And they're not going to be stable in those times. All right? Let's see, matter of fact, precept, Proverbs 8 and 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. You see? This wisdom is better than your gold, your silver, your rubies, your accolades, your praise of men. But our people reject it. That's all right. Let's see, this is Proverbs 8 and verse 32. Now, therefore, hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Now, are these dudes out there keeping the Lord's ways? No. So when Jacob's trouble pops off, their habitation will not be blessed. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. Right? Out there on highways, byways, doing the work of the Lord, preaching, doing they sit downs. For whosoever findeth me findeth life and shall attain favor of the Lord. You see that? Are these dudes going to attain favor of the Lord? No. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his soul. All they that hate me love death. And your favorite actors, favorite Jakes out there in the world, hey, they love death. And it's going to be known. You know, as you read, I believe in Revelation 9, they shall seek death, but not find it. You know, a lot of these Jakes out here, roughly paraphrasing. But a lot of these jakes out here are going to be seeking death, and they're not going to find it, man. They're going to go through a lot of pain, a lot of torture, and the Lord is going to relish in that. Matter of fact, the men of the Lord are going to be laughing at y'all, man. I'm gonna get a couple more scripture, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Matter of fact, I may just end it off right here. It's the 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the words, Slakia, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right, because we're not speaking of our own accord. All right, we're not just speaking all, these vain thoughts. All right, we're giving you the word of the Lord. We're breaking down precept upon precept, giving you understanding, true wisdom. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right, everything that we read in these prophecies that we're giving unto the people is going to come to pass, or it is coming to pass right before your very eyes. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. All right, that goes into unbelief, that speak against thee, because our people's going to do that. Family members, your friends. Remember, I had a friend in the world that found out that I was the Israelite, and hey, he got extra butthurt, man. Extra butthurt, extra angry. But hey, that's supposed to happen, because only the elect is going to be conformed to this word. And that dude, hey, he has children, and he's not going to be able to feed his children in that day, man. What's that? Baruch 2. Matter of fact, instead of me just saying it, I'm gonna go ahead and get it for edification's sake. All right, he's not going to be able to feed his children in that day. I bring that out a lot because it's the truth. A lot of our family members and friends that's against us, they're gonna have to learn the hard way. I'm gonna just get to the point. This is Baruch 2 in verse 2, to bring upon us great plagues such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem according to the things that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter. Now recently he got married too. All right. Hey, it's not going to be pretty for that brother, man. Trying to explain to his woman and his children why he can't feed them. And the Lord's going to put a bug out spirit on a lot of you jakes out there. And y'all going to eat your own children, man. Y'all going to end up killing your own family. It's going to happen, man. It's written in the word. Okay? It's written in the word. Don't get mad at it. Okay? Let's get back to it. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see? They shall seek death and shall not find it. And they're going to have a horrible, horrible death, man. They're going to go out a horrible way. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, I will bring plagues upon the world. Hey, we seeing that now. You got this plague, the 19, and you got the monk, that monkey strain out there. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's coming upon the world. That's not only going to come upon our people, it's going to come upon Esau, Edom, and other nations as well. But it's Jacob's trouble. So a lot of our people really going to catch that hell, man. And they're not ready for it. And they rejected this word, so it's not going to be pretty for you jakes out there. All right, so keep on conforming. Keep on following the ways of Esau, Edom, and see where that's going to get you. All right? So I'm in it right there. Lord willing to edify. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The bonds to the apostles, the bonds to the elders, the great millstone, root well and tell us this truth. Awa, Abba, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Barakatah, to the hopeful elect. Shalom.